Good day, crafty chums, and welcome to my channel. It's Nikki here, aka Carcindy Cat's Life, and so today I thought that I'd go ahead and start making my 2016 index card folder. This is my 2015 one, and as you can see, I did it as a ring binder, and it works quite well. You know, it's not the best, but it works quite well. And the only problem with it, of course, is that what happens is you have to put holes in it. And so, you know, maybe that's not the best, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but this is just giving you a quick flick through now. Look, so it worked well, and I got a lot of cards in here. I sent some away, and you know, it was all good. But this year I thought that I would try a different sort of album to put my index cards in, and so this is what this is going to be. It's going to be to make an index card album, and so the index cards that I use are 3 inches by 5 inches. So as I was sorting out, I want a 1/4 inch border all around my all around here. So I'm going to be cutting my my sheets there at 4 by 5.5 inches, and 1/4 inch all round takes it to 3.5 by 5.5. But I want to take it to 4 there, because I want to do a half inch for the tab, or whatever you call it. I can't remember the word now. You know, it'll come back to me later when I've switched the camera off. So that's what I'm doing, is using these sheets here. I'm going to score at, what did I say it was? 5.5 by 4. So I get 2 lots out of this one sheet of paper. 5.5. Ooh, I've already taken it down. 5.5 by 4 inches. And I roughly do 2 index cards a month. That's my index card Sunday, takes me to 2 a month. So for 50, so if you do 2 by 12 is 24. So 24, I get 2 on each side of these. So 24 in half divided by 2 is 12. So I actually need 12 of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the 12. See you when I've done that. Okay, so I've got my index card there, and they measure 5.5 by 4. So what we're going to do now is score in at half an inch. I'm just going to do both sides to make it easier to fold. Oh, second time now, but it's not even moving that much. There we go. So I'm just going to score all these at half an inch. Half an inch, you see, half an inch in at the one side. You could either do it that side, and I find that difficult to do there, so that's why I'm just doing it this side. So I am actually scoring in at half an inch. So that makes it 3.5 there. Because what we're going to do is fold this one over. And I just want to show you what it looks like there. How I'm envisioning this to look like is that when I finish my index card and then put it down, when it's in the folder, it'll have that 1/4 inch border all round. Make it look quite nice, I think. So that's the vision that's in my head. That's what I'm going for. So I'll just scroll through all of those, and then I'm just going to fold them over, and I'll be back. So the next bit that we're going to do is is join all the hinges together to make the booklet there. So we're going to join it together like that. Now you can either glue or you can stick it down with something. So I'm going to glue, but I'm going to glue on this edge here, on the outside edge. I'm doing that quite thickly so you can see it. So I'm not coming all the way to the end, because what that does is it allows it to concertina up, and then because sometimes your index cards are quite dimensional. So we're just going to pop that there and get this as square as we can. And pop it together. Oops! And try not to let it slip like I did there. And what we're going to use is my trusty old pegs. I use these pegs for gluing down lots of things when, for holding things together when I'm gluing them. So this will be a bit of a slow process because I'm gluing. Now the other thing you could do, of course, is use your score tape or your red line tape, or whatever good tape you've got there to use. Nice strong tape. So if I just show you that one as well, then you can decide whichever way, if you're going to do this obviously, is decide which way you want to go, whether you're going to glue or you're going to tape. This one, of course, will be the easier one to do. And I popped my reading glasses down, and I don't know where they are quite right at this moment. So I'm sort of like doing this a little bit blind. I'm blind without my glasses. No, I'm not actually. I just need them for close-up work because I'm getting old. And so, yeah, quite often you find as you get older and your eyesight gets a bit wonky-donkey, and then you just need something when you do close-up work to help you see. So, and there's that there, and I don't know whether you can see that, but it's not stuck all the way together at the top. It's actually it's got that little bit of give in there. And that's what we're looking for, is that little bit of give. And I'll show you this again. So if you tape or glue it, just do it at that bottom edge there. It just allows the hinges to expand. See, look, hinge there. I knew I'd get the word in the end, hinge. And all we're doing is we're gluing one down onto the other, just to build up the, I don't know whether you call them signatures or what you do, but the album, just like that. Okay, and go all the way through to the end. And that's what we're going to continue doing, is just folding on, attaching, and building it up. Like so. Sorry it's in black. I should have used a lighter colour really for you, but I just didn't think about it because it only came to me a little while ago, so I thought, yes, I'll do it. So we'll put them all together and see what happens next. So I've got all my pages now all glued in together. I've done a mixture of glue and taping. Just for speed, really. If I was doing it lots and and had time to wait and things like that, then I would actually make it all. I'd actually probably glue it all, because it's cheaper to glue than to use the tape, and I can't always get the tape, you know. So what I'm going to do is make the covers from this box, and I think that only one section is, the one side is big enough for it, so we'll just see. Probably going to have to use 2 boxes. I do have 2 boxes here. But we'll just cut the panels and see what they come to. I've actually got 3 boxes, but I'll use 2. We'll just see how big the panels are. That's 3 and a bit. And that. Of course, the other thing you have to do is cut it straight. That's not quite wide enough. This one will be wide enough. Yeah. So I'm going to cut these panels and then see if I have to strengthen them up by using a second box, which I probably will do, as I said, but I won't know actually until I've cut it out. So I'll make that, cut them out and make a decision. So this is, each of these is 3.5 inches wide. So I wouldn't want to make this more than 4 inches wide. And that's 5.5 there, so I wouldn't want to make it more than 6. 6 is probably going to be too long. That's 6. I'm going to do 5 3/4, I think. I'm going to measure this because it's not quite square. I didn't quite get it square when I cut it up there, which is a bit of a pain. So that's square. Even though I know it's like, hey ho, it's handmade. You do. It would be nice if it was a little bit square, wouldn't it? So let's square this one off, and then I can do it properly. Then, can't I? It's trouble with doing it without my glasses on. So it's not didn't quite get that. Okay, so what did I say? I said it was going to be 5 3/4, didn't I? Did I or didn't I? I did 5 3/4. Going to be 5 3/4. And pop this just to the side while I measure 5 3/4. Should try and find my glasses, shouldn't I? Help me see. Help me sort out what I'm doing. 5 3/4. Okay. And how wide? 3.5, so 3 3/4. Let's see. think that'll probably be it. Yep. This one. So I'll tell you what this is for 3 3/4. So 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. It is. So I am going to stiffen this one up. So I'm going to cut out 4 of these now. 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. I will have 4, and I will glue. So I've got my 4 pieces of card now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them all together. And you can either glue or tape it down. It just depends what you've got on hand and what you normally use and things like that. So that's what we're going to do, is stick these down, let them dry, and when they're dry I'll just show you what we do next. Okay, just letting them dry. So what we're going to do next, before we stick it together, is we are just going to paint around the edges. What to do now is paint around the edges in some black paint, because I'm using black cardstock, so I thought I'd just go around in a black. I'm putting it on thickly to try and keep it black. So we've just done the one side, and now we're going to do the other side, or the reverse. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue the front, glue this flap here to the cover there, like so. That's what I'm going to do, so let's get on with it. Let's be brave with our art and craft. Okay, once this is dried properly, it'll, if I was giving it more time, I'd actually dry these flat under a book, and that would stop any warping or anything tendency there. So let's see how straight I've got this, or not, as the case may be. Try and centre it up a little bit. I'll just take it up a little bit. Doesn't look too bad. And of course, just going to do this little, still wet. Wasn't a good look, was it? Okay, so what I'm going to do here is glue this edge. Phil, let me. Come on, glue. Let's glue this edge down here. Or this hinge, I should say, not edge, because it's a hinge. And then attach it to this cover here. Squaring them up. Best you can. Then leave it to dry if you can. Just going to take some of this glue off there. Okay, so that's it all glued together now, and this is what it looks like. Of course, these pages will remain blank until I put the index cards in. And that's that. But I will do the covers, and the first one that I'm going to do is the front cover, and this is an index card that I just did the other day, and I think that looks quite nice on there. So I'm actually going to pop this one on the front cover. So that's what I'm going to do there. My book is going to flip this way around because I do most of my index cards in this in the landscape orientation. So it will be going like that. And this one here, I am going to, if I can find it, had it out a second ago. Here I'm going to put see, I've got two black ones here that I've practiced on. This is one that went horribly wrong, so I'm going to put this one on the back because you know, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Well, this is one from last year that didn't go right, but I kept the index card because I was going to redo it, but instead I've decided that it can go in my book as a back cover, and I might write on that in gold at some point or something. Haven't decided. So that's the front cover. And this is an index card I did the other day as well, so I'm just going to pop it in there like that, and it's all good. So there you go. It says February 15th. What I'll probably do is write on the pages when I've actually done them as well, you know, on the, that's one of the reasons to leave yourself a border around your index card, is so you can actually date it right on there, the date that you did them. I'm being a little bit gentle with it, of course, because I've got glue on this and it's still not quite dry, so I'm not trying to go too hard on my pages as, you know, I turn them over and things, because I'm still drying. So there you go. That's my index card album for 2016. This is you'll be seeing me fill in this every 2 weeks, because that's how many I do. I do one every 2 weeks. So what's that, bi-weekly or something? No, bi-monthly. Is it bi-monthly? But anyway, I think it is. So there you go. That's my index card album for 2016. I hope you could follow that. I'm sorry it's a bit, you know, iffy wiffy waffy, but I was just trying to hurriedly get that one done. So there you go. See you again soon. Bye. Okay, so I've just done a little bit more to it. I've just done a border around the back just to finish it off. I've got my first date in the book, 15th of February, and I've just done a border around the front, and it says Index Cards 2016. So, and it's still drying. Still drying. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that make there. It's, even though I probably made it look fiddlier than it is, it's quite a nice little thing to make. So I hope you make one too. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.